Let me ask a different question. What do you think this means for teachers? I lost my thought where we're going to go with this. Advertising man, Mr. Peter back here refers to as the old age home. Let me ask a different question. What do you think this means for teachers? Loaded question there. Because I don't want,
I don't even know what it means for teachers. What I do know is this. What it means for teachers is teachers have to master this stuff too. Because if a teacher, and look, in 2025, for a teacher to say, no AI should be used at all in my course, I can forgive that. I don't think it's the best long-term strategy, but this is changing rapidly enough. It's new enough. I'm okay with it.
Right.
In 2020, fast forward a year, in late 2026, if a teacher says no AI whatsoever, I would consider that to be a very poorly informed stance.
Yes, right? I agree.
So I think teachers need to, I hate to say this because I don't want to add to their workload, but they need to understand this, and they need to give their students guidance on what is an appropriate and beneficial way for a student to use AI versus what is a lazy and ultimately harmful way to use it.
And you think they need to teach the students maybe a different set of skills to get the maximum value out of this?
I had an English teacher in high school, junior high school, actually, Mr. Stoller, one of my favorite teachers. And he was known as a stickler, a hard grader. Yep. And he was very challenging. But one of the things he did was he forced us to learn soup to nuts the entire research paper process.
Right.
We had to turn in every 2 days, we had to turn in our index cards with our bibliography cards and our note cards and everything. But what I realized, it was an English course, but what he actually taught us was how to do research.
But
it was so valuable.
And I feel like that skill's fallen away in the current generation. I feel like now, mostly we're teaching facts and teaching to the test and not teaching fundamental thinking skills.
Right.
And I know we're going off on a little bit of philosophy on reading,
topics.
But these are important topics. And I guess the question is, now that you have this powerful tool that can really augment you as a teacher, how do you use it to get the most out of it?
Right.
How do you help your students learn even more faster? And since, if you're teaching 30 kids or 20 kids, you can't personalize it for each individual, but now you can.
Yeah, that's true. And in fact, I think if I were a teacher, and easy to say because I'm not, so I can't possibly understand all the challenges and constraints they have, but I can see how powerful it would be to basically tell a classroom full of kids, hey, here's the base information you all need to have, but each of you will be curious about, will have your attention piqued by a different aspect of this, so go dive into it. Use AI to go learn it, and then come back and tell us, what did you dive into? What did you learn more about than the baseline material that we shared?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us over on YouTube. And make sure to stay up to date with us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well.